Week 15 in the Simulation Football League comes to us from Los Angeles inside Tinseltown. It is the DC Dragons, 8-3, going up against the 2-8 LA Lycans, the upset-minded LA Lycans. Chris Curtis, along with Mark Lopez in the broadcast booth tonight. And Mark, a couple of teams going in opposite directions, but LA has a chance to do what Bossier City did a week ago.
Definitely have the chance to do it. That said, as far as the 2 wins that LA have obtained this season, those have been against a combined 7-13 against the 2 teams, OKC and Florida. One team being OKC, an understandable win for them. The other one, Florida, who are in the playoff hunt. So as far as winning resumes, they have a good chance coming up against the 8-3 DC.
Yep, they have at the very least a chance, and we'll see if they can make it happen as LA looking to end the season on a positive note. Not quite done just yet, but still a couple games left. They are looking to do something decent against a really good DC team. We're ready for football. Hopefully you are as well, as it is going to be LA getting the football first. Ball is on the tee, hands in the air, and we are underway in LA. This will be returned to the 20, back to the 25, to the 30, and at the 32 they go. Lycans start there with the offense led by Sully Richardson.
And Sully is coming into this game with a sub-50 QBR, at least 51.1 QBR. He is near the bottom in interceptions to touchdown ratio, 23-11 interceptions to touchdowns, and that might be one thing that this DC defense will key in on, Curtis.
They do a pretty good job of splitting the carries between the 2 halfbacks, Derek Inigas and Ace Ketchum, the 2 main halfbacks for this LA roster. They start in split backs on first down, right through the middle, and that is going to go absolutely nowhere as he gets caught behind his blocker. And that would have been Inigas on his first carry. It is second down.
Good stop
by
this.
That was Dan Curtis, the fullback, sorry.
That's the fullback with the carry. DC made a nice stop on that game. I mean, they are pretty good against the rushing, for the most part, only allowing 109.
Looking to throw this Sully over the middle. That's a long throw and a lot of room down the field. It's LZ Pryor getting the first touchdown on the board. LA with a 2-play strike, and they lead 6-0.
And we all know the prowess of LZ Pryor. He runs the route to perfection above the 2-high safety, and the 2-high safety weren't even in position to make a play on that. It was just wide open space, a broken play on defense, Chris, and I think they just didn't get back on time.
Yeah, this is a lot of space there for Pryor, and a quick strike for LA. Not something they typically do. But that was a lot. 68 yards on the throw and catch to take it to the house. Kick is up and on the way. It is up and through for John Smith, and they have the lead at 7-0.
Yeah, that may be a sign of things to come here, Chris, but we'll see. DC has been known to grind out wins and grind out games. They have only been in a total of 3 games that went for a deficit of 3 scores or more. Every other game they've won in 1 score or less.
Oh, no, that's a heck of a stat. Good work on that. That's to the 20-yard line on the touchback. Shabazz Synergy, the quarterback for this DC Dragons team. Halfbacks Kevin Say and Sam Harrison. You'll see a good mix of those 2, along with Chuck Steller in the fullback spot. Split backs for them as well. 2 to the left, 1 to the right against the nickel look. This will be a toss play and a nice shoulder. Going to knock down a defender and get them moving in a good trajectory. That was a fullback run on the toss that was 7 yards, Chuck Steller?
Mm-hmm. Yep, the fullbacks for both teams utilizing their fullback early.
And they come in the heavy set look. Hand off right side. There's a lot of room there. Can't quite break the tackle. And it is 3rd and 1. That is going to be Sam Harrison on the carry. Make it 3rd and very short here. DC have a chance to get a first down.
3rd and short with Say in the backfield, it looks like it. Hand the ball to him. A fullback dive, pretty good choice too.
Good chance we'll see a run of some kind. That was right up the middle for the fullback. That's Stellar. He's got some room to go on the left side. He's going to get to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for DC. Chuck Stellar's a bowling ball, but he's not an Olympic sprinter. He will get tackled, and it'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, but still, that means it just goes to show the great blocking of the offensive line downfield to allow your bowling ball to get that much yardage in one play. Stellar with 186, less than 200 yards. That might push him above 200 for the season.
From the 40-yard line, Synergy is yet to throw on this drive and will still not taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Is going to be Kevin Say. First time he touches the ball, he is meat-packed at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the defensive tackle just broke through the center. The center left hanging, essentially slipped or let the guy slip through, and that was a quick TFL.
2nd and 11. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Synergy looking to throw for the first time this game. Waits, gets sacked, taken down, make it 3rd and long, a loss of 5, and it is 3rd and a mile to try to get the first.
What a play. This defense, I mean, both the offensive and defense have come to play here, Chris. They have been putting up plays. This defense with a sack and a TFL, and now they're going to force Shabazz to try to convert in 3rd and very long.
Can't even see the first down marker on screen. Shabazz backs up in trouble. Going to dump it short, and that is out of bounds and incomplete. That equals a throwaway in my book, and DC is going to have to punt this ball away. LA keeps the lead. 7-0 is the upset alert. Maybe a little bit early, but LA's feeling themselves a little bit right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Coach Synergy and even team owner Jermaine is pretty vocal about their desire to win through their strength, and that is through running. And if you're able to shut out their strength, i.e. what LA just did in a tackle for loss earlier that prompted the sack, it's going to put you in a good position against DC.
Make DC one-dimensional, and they're beatable, definitely. And this is going to be returned to the 32-yard line, and it'll be LA football from there as Sully comes back out. Saw a decent bit of Dan Curtis on the last drive. We saw a little bit of the fullback Tom Fickey, I believe, as well, and we'll see what they can do with this second drive. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff left side, and a takedown after a 2-yard gain. They'll say 2. Not much there, but it is 2nd and 8.
Interesting choice to run weak side away from where your extra blockers and your lead fullback blocker is. And DC, quick to read the play, quick to send an extra tackler. It's only a 1-yard gain.
4-3 look for DC. They'll move the receiver to the right side of the formation. See if they can get some separation for him. Left side, get caught behind a blocker and does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Barely does, actually. 3rd and 9 coming up.
As played teams around the league is when your running back gets hung up behind your offensive line. It's going to slow them down enough for opponents to make a tackle. It's going to force another 3rd and long. This time it's against LA.
Rollout throw. That is caught, but it is short of the marker. 4th and 2. Good tackle on the play as DC gets the stop. Peanuts Say with the tackle right near the line of, right near the first down marker, and it'll be an early punt for LA.
I have to credit the defensive end. I think it was John Gary on the chase down against Sully. Sully had to let that ball go early, Chris, and he wasn't able to let those routes develop into longer passes.
Immediate tackle on the punt. No fair catch called for as they start the drive at the 26-yard line. So here comes the DC offense for the second time. Nothing doing really on their first drive. They had a first down or 2, but it really stalled out before they got to midfield. 1st and 10. See if they can do something with it on their second attempt. Synergy is under center. Maybe he tries to throw a little earlier on this drive. Nope, toss play. Left side and a shoulder tackle, essentially, with Chuck Stellar. Second time they run that fullback toss. This time it gets him 3 yards.
And that will be a sign of things to come. Expect a heavy dose of Chuck Stellar on the fullback toss out of split spread. It might be their bread and butter play in first down this game.
That formation, another handoff to the fullback. They've decided that they are going to utilize the fullbacks in this offense as much as possible as they get another couple of yards there, make it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, fortunately, they would have liked Stellar to be there, but had to be on the bench to rest his legs. It's 3rd and 3. Stellar back on the field. I wonder if they go to the running back. No, they throw.
They throw indeed. Left side. That one's caught. 1st and 10. Good ball is going to find their main target, Lauren Percoco, the tight end.
One of the main targets besides Connor Weston. Percoco with catch number 49 in the season. Over 700 yards to her name. And what a catch. A shoestring catch, essentially. And keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 for DC. We're going to have it just shy of the 45-yard line at the 44. Synergy to the outside. That's another stellar toss to the right. And a couple of yards there, but there is a flag down. And this is a face mask that'll give the DC Dragons some more yards.
Oh, against number 69, the defensive end, Selwyn Lane. I think Selwyn was the one chasing Stellar and just caught him at the helmet, basically.
Bring him down by any means necessary, except that means. You can't do that means. 1st and 5. That's going to, 1st and 3, I should say. That one's going to be a 1-yard gain. So make it 2nd and 2. And another chance for DC to get themselves a 1st down.
Man, Sam Harrison and Gavin Say have not seen the ball at all. Only one carry between the both of them. It's been Chuck Stellar and the backup fullback on it.
It's going to be through the middle, trying to get the 1st down, and got it. That's a great run for Kevin Say. He grinded up those yards there. 1st and 10 for DC.
Challengeable, but they're not going to challenge by the looks of it. And you're right, it's a good fight and a good 1st down hustle.
Nickel look on defense. Synergy with a handoff right side. That is going to be, that went immediately to Sam Harrison on the carry. 2nd and 10, his 1st carry of the night. Gets the nothing, and it remains a 2nd and long.
Yep. So it's the ball game. It's the grind out philosophy that they had the last several games. Just run, run, run.
Synergy throws over the middle. That one's caught. 1st and 10 as they get the yardage to put them into field goal range. It's Lauren Percoco's 2nd catch of the game.
Yeah, it's hard to stay in cover 0 and blitzing that heavy. This time it's cover 1 and blitzing heavy against a target such as Percoco, leaving her on the man coverage.
Yeah, leaving her man coverage. She's a man beater for sure, in the sense of the coverage she likes to win against best. Zone coverages don't really bother her either, to be honest with you, but one-on-one, she's a very viable target. Under center. Percoco moving to the right. Synergy with the toss play, has a blocker in front of him this time, but there's not much there. And another one, this time Sam Harrison on the toss, but it is Fields for LA. Linebacker, who's been all over the field early on, is down. And we'll see what the prognosis is for him here as soon as we can.
Yeah, we might get an update by halftime, but LA Coach Sully hoping he returns prior to that, because gonna go up against this DC running game. You need all hands on deck.
That could dispel some problems for the LA defense if DC is able to exploit that. Heavy set look for them. 2:21 left in this 1st quarter of play. That is a Harrison run and not much there. As he gets taken down just about at the line of scrimmage, it's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, not much. I think only a 2-yard gain. You're forcing Shabazz Synergy to throw again, which is, not that ideal with Percoco out there in the field right now.
Synergy backs up, throws right side, not enough.
Sure.
Very close to the 1st down marker, but that is not going to go their way. Connor Weston on the grab, and it is 4th and 1. They'll probably kick a field goal from here.
And it's one of those cases where everyone run some sort of a dig route, and if you do that, you gotta make sure you break your route ahead of the line to gain. This time, Weston could not. The kick is up.
And that is not good. Rob Van Cleef is going to miss it from 40 yards. Couldn't get it to curve back left. Misses on the angle, and that is a 3-point try that goes against the grain. Did that plink go back?
I think it doinked. So
yeah, I think it shrinked off the upright, if I'm not mistaken, the way that changed direction. So that is unfortunate for DC. They get nothing on the drive, and now LA with some clear momentum to work with. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. 1st and 10 for the Lycans.
Might get a fullback run here.
Very possible. It will be. That's going to be through the middle, and that is a great run on 1st down. They are utilizing their fullbacks. Dan Curtis with the run up the middle, and it is an 8-yard gain.
Another showcase of good blocking at the first level, allowing your fullback, to not rely on speed, but instead on agility to just weave his way through the defense.
2nd and 2. Another run, this time to the left and short of the 1st down marker. Make it 3rd and 1. I believe that was Iniguez's first run of the day, and it is.
Yeah, but he was just met on the line by the would-be tackler. Couldn't break the tackle or lower the shoulder, otherwise could have gotten the 1st down.
Key, 3rd down here, 3rd and 1. DC a chance to get off the field defensively. Handoff through the middle. Got it. That was close. Dan Curtis gets just enough to move the chains. Oh, well, yes. DC thinks differently.
And I'm on the side of DC as Coach Sully, or sorry, not Coach Sully, Coach Synergy throws the red flag. I would throw it too. That was suspiciously short.
Yeah, it looked close. That angle looks like he might have gotten there. See if we can get a side view. Where's the ball at? That looks short to me.
Yeah, not even close, actually.
Yep. Yeah, that first view, definitely decent. Second view, yeah, that is definitely going to be an overturn challenge for the DC Dragons. They will move them back a little bit, not give them the 1st down. That 3rd and 1 becomes 4th down. That's a huge challenge to win. LA is going to punt this one away.
They're on midfield. There's a chance they go for it. They will not.
No. Nope, not this time. Not this time. I agree with you. I think they possibly should have, but either way, I mean, you got nothing to lose. And it's going to be a ball that's caught on the punt to the 23, down to the 25 on the advancement. And that is where DC will get their offense back on to the field. A lot of running in this first quarter, just 22 seconds left in it. And like to see these quarterbacks air it out a little more. The only score coming off the 68-yard touchdown to LZ Pryor from Sully Richardson early on. Since then, it's been nothing.
We've only seen 6 passes between the two quarterbacks and 16 carries amongst all of the running backs combined.
See if we get number 17 right here. DC, 1st and 10. Toss play, right side, we exactly will. That's the fullback toss they've been utilizing for the majority of this game. That nets them 5 yards on 1st down, and it goes out of bounds.
I think number 38 there, the backup linebacker who replaced the linebacker that went down for LA, just shaded to the inside. The fullback ran outside, and he was just not in time or in position to make a tackle.
2 wide receivers out wide, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. 2 seconds left. They get the play off through the middle, and there is not a lot there. That's Sam Harrison. He gets beat up near the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2, and that is going to end the first quarter of play. Lycans thinking upset. They're up 7 at the end of the first quarter. It's the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Chris Curtis, Mark Lopez in the broadcast booth. It's Stephen Hacker and Ron Haynes in the stats truck with us this evening, and then Cameron Irvine in the studio back at SFL HQ, making sure we look all pretty for the camera, which you can't see, of course. High formation for DC as they come out to start the second quarter of play. This will be through the middle, 1st down given. And that is going to be Chuck Steller, the fullback again, 1st and 10 for the Dragons.
Chuck Steller is looking to have a night to remember. That is already carry number 6 for the fullback. We're talking about, LA being ahead, but for DC, they're not worried. LA have gone 2 3-and-outs back-to-back since their 68-yard touchdown.
You're right. And that's going to be a Sam Harrison run, and he's going to net 5 more yards for his total as they get closer to the total yards that LA has so far in this game. 2nd and 5.
The run continues. We'll wait to see when they get to call Percoco or Weston to throw.
That'll be a run to the left and an immediate tackle at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there. They will give him a yard. I think that was generous. 3rd and 4, and another key third down early on in this game as LA a chance for themselves to get off the field. This becomes pretty big.
What's that?
3rd and 4, got to get it to the 48-yard line. Synergy is under center. They'll move Mason Kirby to the left of the formation. Synergy backs up, looks to throw, throws it short. Got to get to the first down marker, can't do it. Very close, but could not get the job done. And that is going to be a 3-and-out for DC. And they're going to put this ball away.
It's another one of those cases we won't get a replay, but it's, again, short routes developing. And if you're going to run your short routes, your 3rd and 5, get your breaking routes behind or after the line of scrimmage. Once again, they couldn't, and it's a punt.
That is not ideal for DC, who has not scored yet in this football game. They struggled last week to score as well. I believe that one ended 24-7, if I'm right, against Bossier City.
Yes, that is correct. It was 17-7 most of the game before the final. I think might be a pick 6.
It's just a rough go on offense for DC last week, and looks like things are continuing as they ride the struggle bus a little bit on the offensive side of the ball. LA has it at their own 17-yard line. Richardson backs it up. Thursley will throw. That is incomplete. That was dangerous. I actually thought he caught that, brought it in, and fumbled. But instead, it is just an incomplete pass.
Dangerous for both teams. If there was the earlier corner who tried to make a play on the ball, could have been a pick, but instead missed him. Ball reached his receiver, could have hauled it in for a big first down. Instead, it's a dropped pass.
Might have been fortunate that he couldn't corral that in, because when it jarred loose, that would have been a fumble. Toss play, left side. They're going to try to work the DC side of the playbook, I suppose, as that will not go very far. It is 3rd and 9, so they've gained a net of 1 yard on these first couple of plays.
They've gained a net of 9 in their last 3 drives, including this one.
3rd and 9 here. Got to get 9 yards in one play, which seems like a feat right now. Looking to throw this right side, incomplete. Had hands on the football, could not bring that one in. That is one that Bubba Tree will definitely think about. It's 4th down, and LA will punt.
Yep, absolutely. Bubba Tree, that was his first target of the evening. I mean, granted, Sully hasn't really been throwing it much, but he was wide open, but spun around too late to be in a favorable position to make a catch. Instead, the defender there to make the pass breakup.
Kick is up and gone. Should get around midfield, maybe a little bit further, towards the 40-yard line, to the 45, and that is where he is dropped. And here comes, after the Mason Kirby return, the DC offense with good field position to work with, really for the first time today. This is going to be a big drive and really a statement of intent for this LA defense. DC, see if they can shake the cobwebs, get the offense going. 7:28 left in this second quarter of play, still 7-0. Handoff right side. That is going to be a few going off to the right. It's a 3-yard gain for Harrison. 2nd and 7.
The rare play where it's the halfback who gets a run on first down, but DC not worried. They've only allowed 9 total yards on defense against LA, and since the score of LA, they've went for 89 yards of their own.
It's going to be through the middle. Another decent run will make 3rd down a little bit easier. That's Kevin Say with the run forward, and see what Synergy has cooking up for this 3rd and medium play.
3rd and 4 is one of those, middle grounds where you could still run it and force it through the ground. There's a good chance that Synergy might try to throw it here, though.
First throw of this drive is not going to happen yet. That's going to be through the middle. Oh, not enough. He tried the run. They listened to you, Mark, but they didn't get the required yardage. Chuck Steller is the carry man, and it is 4th and 2. DC will punt this one away.
They shouldn't have listened to me. They beat me when they faced Vancouver. They know not to listen to me.
There's a punt party, and you are invited. The way this game is turned into, this is going to be a return back to the 17-yard line. They'll give them the 16. No further than that, as Bodette has it on the return. 1st and 10 for LA. Bragging rights for LA. That's what's at stake here. They don't really have a clear path to the playoffs, but DC has clinched. So they come into LA with a bit of a road test on their mind. They got to get themselves back right offensively to make some noise in these coming up playoffs. This week 15, just one more week after this to go. This is going to be a carry through the middle. That's a 2-yard gain. Nothing much there. 2nd and 8.
They're going to want to get into some 3rd and short here. LA has gone 0 for 3 on 3rd down tonight. That is the 0 for 3 of the 3 back-to-back punts they've had prior to this drive.
2nd and 8. LA in the heavy set. This feels like a run.
All-out blitz incoming, maybe?
Maybe it looks like man-to-man defense, if anything else. They'll send 2 extra. They'll be throw to the right side. Going to try to break the tackle. Can't do it. That's a 3-yard gain. Nothing much there. 3rd and 5.
First completion for Sully in a while. He completed his first 2, missed his next 2, and nice completion on a short route. This time to Grabowski on the out route. It's 3rd and more manageable.
3rd and 5. Sully backs it up, moves right. He's going to take it and turn and run. He's got the first down and a slide. That is smart from Sully Richardson. That's a veteran move to get out of the pocket and escape 1st and 10.
And would you believe it? This is the first down that LA has gained this game when we are well into the first quarter. Second quarter, Sully does it through his legs alone. We wait for the first downs gain numbers to be updated. That was the first one. That's how much DC has contained this offensive unit of LA.
Sully's under center in the split backs. Backs it up, throws it over the middle. That's caught short of the first down marker, but not by much. Chris Lee's first catch of the ball game, 2nd and 1.
Chris Lee, one of the more sure hands of this LA offense, one of Sully's favorite targets as well so far this season. Top 12 in receptions, top 9 in yards with 832.
2nd and 1 for LA. Trying to get this first down, not let it get to 3rd. They do. That's going to be a Dan Curtis run through the left side, and that is 1st and 10 for LA. Starting to move the ball. They got to get it over the first down, over the midfield logo to get the first down on this one.
Yeah, LA has got 2 fullbacks on their roster. That means they can afford to put on heavy sets Dan Curtis, running back, and Tom Thicky fullback.
That's a Thicky toss to the right, and that is 2nd and 5. So the fullbacks really coming to roost in this game.
Yep, for both teams, no less. It's both Stellar on DC and Thicky and Curtis here with LA.
See what they have. 2nd and 5. LA trying to work something out here. Through the right side, not a lot there, but they make 3rd down a little bit easier. 3rd and 3, another Dan Curtis run. Let's see what Sully can do with this one.
If they're short by a few inches here, Chris, they are just beyond the 50-yard line to potentially go for it on 4th down, but they won't need to do it if they can convert on 3rd down too.
Handoff through the right side. Can't do it. They lose a yard in the process. 4th and 2, and another punt coming up likely for LA.
Yeah, way to go, DC, for hanging on. They gave up a couple first downs in this drive. They hang on and force another punt. So after the touchdown, we have 7 punts between both teams, plus the missed field.
Wild. Lot of punting. A lot of punting so far, and if you are one who enjoys punts, you are in the right place.
I know one Cameron Duty who might enjoy this ball game right about now.
I love the defensive games like this, so this is actually entertaining for me too. A lot of fun to be had in a 7-0 game. Every play means a little bit more when you're playing with one possession. Two and a half minutes left to halftime. That's going to be through the middle. Nice. Not a lot there. And another good piece of running defense by LA. They've been all over the ball at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they sent the middle linebacker blitzing down the middle. That means the middle lanes are clogged up, and that run down the gut goes nowhere. 2nd and 9, only a 1-yard gain.
Strong eye look for DC. Synergy over the middle. Needs it. Got it. That is right where it needs to be for Lauren Percoco with 2 minutes left. So that's the 2-minute warning.
It's been Percoco who has been Shabazz Synergy's weapon all night tonight. 4th target, 3rd reception prior to that catch.
That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning in this one. LA still leads by 7. DC starting to move the ball here on the Virtual Football Network. I formation for Synergy. Looking like LA may send some extra help here to try to get to Synergy. They will. It's an all-out blitz over the middle. That one is incomplete. He dropped it. Oh, man, close. I thought they might have had it. Not so much, and it's 2nd and 10.
That was a big chance for them here, Chris. The all-out blitz meant that there would be maybe 1, 2, or even no defender back there to defend the catch after the run of the catch.
DC did a good job picking up that blitz as well. As Synergy's going to get this catch over the middle. Gets moving a little bit there. That's a 7-yard gain. But the reason I say that is because the offensive line did a good job picking that up. He had more time than I think he thought in the pocket.
Yeah, and a good job there allowing Synergy to complete the throw.
High formation. That's a fullback run for Stellar, and he goes nowhere. Nothing doing. Another punt coming up. DC is going to put this one in the air again, and it'll be the 4th punt. It'll be the 8th punt in 9 drives between these two teams, and 4 straight for LA, and 4 in a missed field goal for the DC Dragons.
Yep, both defenses have really, at least the defensive coordinators, really done the homework as far as scouting the run game of the opponent. They're really taking their time here on the punt, not giving LA the time to return here on the final drive.
It'll be about 50 seconds left when we get out of this punt. 51 is what they're going to say, as that one is caught and an immediate tackle takes the ball to the ground. At the 19-yard line is where they start with 51 seconds left. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. See if LA can do something to maybe extend this lead a little bit.
Well, they got to do something because at the rate of this ball game, DC just needs one big play to tie the ball game.
High formation. Will that big play come on this drive? That's going to be a run right side. Dan Curtis again. More fullback runs from these two teams, and it's 2nd and 8.
Surprised they have their fullback runs even on first downs. They're not utilizing their halfbacks on those pro sets.
Throwing this is Sully. Throws left side across his body. That's incomplete. No flag on. Oh, they do give a flag. I didn't see it. That is a pass interference. That hurts. Yep. That really, really hurts DC. Defensive pass interference going to put the ball at the spot, and they have a 1st and 10.
Wow, near the midfield too, meaning it's going to prompt LA to be in hurry up mode. At least they're close to the midfield if they can get closer. And they got 3 timeouts here, Chris.
26 seconds left in this first half. LA trying to get far enough in so they can kick a field goal at the very least, get themselves on the board.
The wide receivers.
That'll tell us what they're thinking. Still have all 3 timeouts. Handoff right side. Shoulder charge, but he's taken down anyway. 2-yard gain. Timeout taken by LA.
Calling timeout here gives us an idea that now they finally want to pass all the way to potentially some scoring range. But what is it? Less than 20 seconds to go here in the first half.
Wonder if they're going to take what the defense gives them, which the way it's going hasn't been much. Oh, I think they're going to run this again here. No, they'll pass. Throw right side.
Wow.
That's caught. Wow.
Oh, run out of bounds,
Jack Flash out of bounds as well. Stops the clock with 17 ticks to go.
Beautiful out route by Jack Flash. The coverage was pretty decent, but it didn't look like the corner or the defender was looking at the quarterback at the point of release, so he didn't know when to turn around and make a play at the ball. Instead, had to force a chase down on Jack Flash, but Jack Flash runs out of bounds. One of the best outcomes you can get from that play.
7-0 lead, 17 seconds to go in this first half. Ball's at the 39-yard line. LA trying to get probably another, if they can do it, another 10 yards. Give their quarterback or give their kicker a real shot. Throwing this is Sully. He's got a catch down at the 17-yard line and down to the 15. Timeout taken by LA.
Since they have one more timeout, that's the second timeout that they called there. So final timeout. Because they have the final timeout, there's a good chance they try to make a play here, either a run or a pass. They line up heavy. They could go either, call the final timeout and kick a field goal.
See what they can do. One to the left, one to the right. Hand off, broken tackle, gets to the outside, lot of room, and a touchdown. How about that? It's Iniguez with a second carry. This one finds Pater.
Absolutely beautiful. That's just individual effort. He breaks through the tackle of Nick Fargo, of all players. And the play results in a touchdown because it seemed like the safeties were occupied by the receivers downfield.
Shaping up to be LA's best effort of the season so far. 13-0, likely about to be 14. Snap good. Kick is up, and it is through as well. It's a 14-point advantage for the LA Lycans over the 8-3 DC Dragons.
Almost a bit of deja vu for DC as they saw themselves down 14-0 against Bossier City last week as well, sometime in the second half. I think it might have even been 17-0 before they put up their first touchdown.
Back in the goal line. Gets it out to the 20, to the 25. Taken down at the 30-yard line, and that's where the ball will be, as that was Mason Kirby on the return. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. The time has come. They really need to score. Give themselves some kind of momentum going into the second half.
I don't know about you, Chris, but they really need to get Weston and Lauren more involved. Between the two of those receivers, only 4 catches.
Ball on the 30-yard line for DC.
Hail Mary.
Looking to throw this to end the half. It is caught.
Wow.
So they'll pad the stats a little bit, but doesn't much matter. That's Weston who grabs it, and that will bring us to the end of the first half of play in LA. The Lycans coming through with an upset mind. They are trying to beat the Dragons on the Lycans home turf. It is going to be 14-0 in favor of these LA Lycans on the Virtual Football Network. And Mark, give us your thoughts about how this first half has gone and what you're expecting to see in the second.
Yeah, I think the key word from our broadcast earlier has been struggling on offense, essentially, for both teams, really. LA putting up 14 points, you would think their offense has been pretty good, and at least relative to DC, Chris, it has been pretty good. But the 2 points, one of them came on a broken play, 68-yard touchdown. The other one came up in hurry-up mode where the defense might be not as set as they'd like to be. The end of half touchdown. Meanwhile, DC is 3 for 9 on third down. That is probably the key point of improvement coming into the second half to keep those drives alive.
See if they maybe run the ball a little bit more in those third down situations, or if they go to the pass. They tried to run it for a third down conversion earlier on and failed to do so. We're back inside the LA Lycans home stadium, Full Moon Coliseum, as we're about to get going with the second half of things, as the Lycans are going to give the ball up to DC to start things out in this third quarter. Chris Curtis, Mark Lopez along with you. It's Ron Haynes, Stephen Hacker in the stats truck, and Cameron Irvine on the buttons as we come to you with a full crew from LA, as that'll be a touchback to the 20-yard line. Second half thoughts on this drive. Don't know what you're thinking for this drive, Mark.
We'll see if they move away from what they've been doing. We might see more heavy doses of Chuck Stellar. That might be him in the backfield right now, but two tight ends set, two wide receivers set here on first down is interesting.
That's going to be through the middle, and there's just not a lot of room. You're right, it was Stellar, 2nd and 8.
So both teams utilizing their fullbacks quite often here, and on first down, it's tough because you get into a situation where it's only a 2-yard gain. They line up with 4 wide receivers. They might indicate pass here, but they've also run out of this formation a lot.
That's going to be through the right side. That's a good one. Through that middle, gets them 6 yards, make it a 3rd and 3. And this is a pretty big 3rd and 3. LA can really steal some momentum away if they're able to get the stop here.
They've done it twice already, Chris, against the 3rd and 3, run down the gut. LA have stopped them twice already.
That is going to be a ball to the right side, and it is 1st and 10. They get the first down. Kevin Say has enough to move the chains.
Yep, and that's a beautiful play call to go pitch it to the outside when you've been running it down the gut a couple of times in a row. Get this defense on their heels, and they caught them unaware.
That's going to be a run to the left. Another one that gets them positive yardage. That's a 4-yard gain is what they're going to say. Harrison getting the running back duo started here in the second half. That's the nice part, I guess, about utilizing your fullbacks in the first half. Your running backs are fresh.
Absolutely. You might still
Under
go for
center.
a fullback dive.
And they will. Through the middle they go. That's enough. No, not quite. Not quite enough for the first down, but Chuck Stellar makes it very close. 3rd and 1 for DC as they're moving.
Absolutely. This is one of their more successful drives now. Their longest drive went for 50 yards. That was the missed field goal. They kind of want to set themselves up for better field position here to kick a field goal.
Through the middle, not going to happen. Big time stop from LA. They're going to stop the Dragons in their tracks, and they will receive the punt upcoming as they're not close enough for a field goal.
That is the downside of having a fullback dive heavy playbook. When you only have one fullback in your roster, as soon as he's back on the bench trying to rest his legs and you put in the backup there, he is leagues behind Chuck Stellar as far as production ability.
Quick trip to SFL HQ. Game update is ready. Cameron Irvine, take it away.
Thank you, Curtis. Lexington also pulling an upset here in the Saturday block. Kenny Slider over 300 yards passing tonight. Lexington leads Charleston 23-10 in the third, but the Predators are hanging around and on the move. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Good game going on in the other half of this block. See if Charleston can make a comeback attempt in that game. Ball to 29 for LA. Going to start the drive from here. Sully. First drive of the second half starts with a run, and it's a pretty decent one, getting them 5 yards. That's Iniguez who has the touchdown for LA.
I think this might be the weekend of upsets. You had Vancouver, who most people had favorites against Washington. Washington beat Vancouver. Baltimore, who some people had a deficit or underdog against Detroit. They beat Detroit. And now LA and Lexington.
Through the left side. That's enough blocking. Got behind the blocker, was able to move the pile. That'll work. LA starting to find something there.
Hunter, the backup. Running back, I believe. Wow.
Backup comes through with a decent run up the middle. 1st and 10. Defensive line splits apart here. That opens up the middle. See if LA wants to take advantage of it. They do. That's going to be through the middle. It's Dan Curtis. And he gets a few more yards added to his totals for the day. A 4-yard run.
And sometimes you open up the middle of your defensive line to misguide the offense to think the middle is open. But They, in fact, also went contain, expecting outside. So yeah, the middle was wide open.
Heavy set look. Left side, that is a run and a lot of room.
My.
LA is over the midfield line. It's Iniguez getting them a first down.
Man, oh man, and despite DC's strength being their rushing game, as they like to go to, now LA seem to be out rushing them. They're 74 yards versus the 79 of DC, so still a little bit ahead on the ground is DC, but they're picking up the pace here, LA.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. LA trying to get something done here. They can go up 3 scores on the number 2 seed in the SFL. That's a big run stop there for DC. 2nd and 10.
That's, I believe, John Gary holding up the tackle so that the own tackle of LA becomes an obstacle for their own running route.
2 to the left, 1 to the right, looking like man-to-man across the board. Handoff left side, Iniguez can't move the pile this time. It is a 2-yard loss and a 3rd and long coming up.
After a handful of good running, DC locks in and forced 2 terrible runs. Sully now is going to throw out of field goal range. They got to convert this to get into any scoring position.
3 to the right in the bunch. Rolling out is Sully. He's going to wing it over the middle. It's caught. What a grab at the 21-yard line. And that is right down the middle for LZ Pryor. And they're in the red zone.
Sully threaded the needle. He had a defender on his face. Heat was getting to him. Look at this throw. Threads the needle. 2 defenders in the vicinity, plus 1 coming underneath. And Pryor makes a beautiful catch amidst all those white jerseys.
Big play for LA. Maybe not quite in the red zone, but they're right on the precipice of it. Handoff. Now they're in the red zone. That'll get them to the 19-yard line. It's 2nd and 9.
Nick Fargo with a great tackle. I mean, granted, he has made the last 3 tackles on those run plays down the middle. He has been pivotal in forcing LA in uncomfortable situations.
Jack Flash, the tight end, is in the fullback spot. He will go blocking. That's through the middle. Not a lot there. 3-yard gain. Or 1-yard gain, sorry. It is 3rd and 7 coming up, and a key 3rd down here. If DC can hold them to 3, they're in good spot.
And holding the tree, the defensive coordinator is shouting, pick, turnover, get the ball back.
Give me something. Yep. Wants one of his playmakers to make a play. Sully throws, end zone, incomplete. And didn't really let that route develop. Had more time than he thought, and he wings it away.
Yep.
4th and long. They'll take a field goal.
Probably one of the more positive results out of that play because you had pressure on Sully Richardson once again. The overthrow there is better than the underthrow leading to a pick. So they get a field goal here, extending their lead potentially to 3 scores.
This will be a high snap, handled well. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Barely. Just inside the left upright, but they make it happen. John Smith has the field goal, and it is a 17-0 game.
I think LA is known for wins, although I'm not good with my geography anyway, but both kicks seeming to go wild left and right.
Well, this one at least snuck in.
Yeah.
So there's that. DC is going to get this ball back, now down 3 possessions. So this becomes, every possession from here on in is going to be crucial for DC. They got to get a score and then a stop and then a score and then a stop and then a score and then, you guessed it, another stop.
A stop, yeah.
So this becomes, I mean, you're running out of time for 3 possessions. Got to make it happen, and it's got to happen somewhat soon. Toss play, right side. That is going to get them 8 yards. That's a good run off to the right. Chuck Steller again on the fullback toss. 7 is what they give him, 2nd and 3.
And I want to add to your point, Chris. Those things, the little to-do list they have to do, not only do they have to do it early, they also have to do it quick with only a quarter and 3 minutes to go in the ballgame.
It's just not a ton of time.
No.
And Synergy and company are still running the ball. See if they drop that towards the fourth quarter of play, but that's going to get them a 4th and 1. Here comes a key 3rd and 1 here.
They have to make this.
Yeah, this is must-see television right here. Got to have this if you're DC. 3rd and 1.
Blitz.
Handoff. Got it. Blitz
Wow.
didn't matter. Sam Harrison's going to get enough for the first down, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, you're right. The blitz didn't matter, which is impressive because they blitzed the side they blitzed one from was down the middle, meaning they expected middle of the field running, but the blocking was just solid.
Synergy to throw. Screen pass to the outside. Got to break the tackle. Can't do it. They're going to gain a yard. No more than that.
Monty Wyatt with a great tackle. He sat on the flat expecting a flat route of some sort, and he was right. The throw on a swing route to Sam Harrison, he's there to make a tackle.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd and 9, looking to throw this as Synergy. Throws left side, got it downfield to the 47-yard line inside LA territory.
Only the 2nd or 3rd catch to Connor Weston tonight. That is only Synergy's 10th pass of the ball game. Meanwhile, they've run the ball 29 times. That's a quarter of their game has been through the air only a quarter.
1st and 10. Handoff through the middle, gonna get a yard, no more than that. And eventually they'll stop running.
Chris, to my point earlier about the distribution of plays, like look at Synergy's numbers: 103 yards, 8 of 10 passing. That's 80% completion rate, 10.4 yards per attempt. Sling the rock, quarterback. You can do it.
Handoff, nothing doing. They're not throwing the football. 3rd and 12, and it's a 3rd and long scenario. They got to get it into field goal range.
Ace Blackwell gets his first tackle, which is a tackle for loss, and it's 3rd and 12 again. This might be how they get Synergy to throw, is get into 3rd and long situations.
Here comes the throw. Roll to the right. Has time. Throw to the middle, and it's picked off. Back the other way. It's the linebacker who came up with the football. And that is exactly what LA wanted, is to bring them in to the obvious throwing situation. And it is going to be Brogan Spearaw who comes up with the pick.
That was the most beautiful coverage play I've seen from any linebacker. He was covering 2 defenders, a high and low option. What does he choose to defend? The high option. What does Synergy throw to the high option? And Spearaw makes one of the greatest linebacker play, jumps up for the pick, and gives LA a lot of momentum.
Yeah, this is a big play moment for LA, trying to get their biggest win of the season, I would say, as they get 3 yards on the first down run. This drive could take them to the end of the 3rd quarter, which is a pretty big moment. They're shutting out DC right now.
Yeah, there's Iniguez with a nice 3-yard carry, a great block by Thicky as well.
10 seconds left in this 3rd quarter of play. Should be the last snap of it. Should see this play get off before the whistle goes, and they do. Sully rolls to the right, pressure coming, throws across his body, left side.
Okay.
A little bit of schoolyard fluff, as that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter of play. It's a 17-0 spread. Didn't have that on your bingo card, did you? LA over DC right now. Put your 4s up along with every other number of those close to you that we lost too soon in this great community. 17-0 LA.
And this DC offense, Chris, looking at the last 4 games, they 7-point loss against Bossier, they scored 7 points in the loss against Bossier, 21 against Vancouver, 6 against Detroit, and 14 against Pittsburgh.
Oh, that was nearly picked off as well, as that would have been a momentum stealer for DC, but nothing doing.
Pretty close, but they still force a punt here.
They do get the ball back, so the turnover doesn't ultimately hurt them, but it does take a fair amount of time off the board. That was Chris Britton III who nearly had that that interception back the other way. And this one will be punted to the right. Fair catch called for and received at about the 24-yard line. And that is where DC will start their first drive of the fourth quarter. There's no bones about it. This needs to be a quick, efficient drive with points on the end of it.
Yeah. On the one hand, you're DC. You've essentially clinched the playoffs. So perhaps this game is the kind of game where you're not trying to show all your cards on the table headed into the playoffs.
Looking to throw this over the middle. Got to have it. Got it. First down and more. Close to the 37-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Rokoko's having herself an all-star season as well. She is now over 50 yards in the season, several catches ago. 700 yards coming into this game. 4 touchdowns, along with 48. So she has been incredibly productive. One of the 2 weapons that any team facing them in the playoffs will have to account for.
1st and 10 for DC. I formation. That is a throw of the middle, and it's a one-handed grab. That is Prokoko again. The one-person train for DC is going to move them into offensive territory.
I mean, look at that. 6'7", 260. She's basically a giantess, an Amazon there in the backfield making that catch. One-handed, too.
Love it. 1st and 10. Prokoko with a great catch moves them into offensive territory at the 45-yard line. Now Synergy's got to find something else that works. Looking to throw again. Over the top. That's caught. Another one down to the 30-yard line. It's Connor Weston with the grab. 1st and 10 for DC again.
And now Synergy is picking up steam. Back-to-back completions. That is only 2 completions, but completing 5 of his last 6.
First and 10. Toss play, left side, first run we've seen in this fourth quarter, and it's Sam Harrison who's going to get himself 5 yards. Can't get to the boundary, and that'll keep the clock going.
It's a pretty good play. I really like that pitch play to the fullback out of split spread, because on one end, your fullback is already closer to the line than if they were in I formation. Then you have extra blockers with the 2 wide receivers.
Through the middle, another run is not going to get them a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Close. Kevin Say, they're at least in field goal range from here, but they got to get points on this drive no matter what.
And then they challenge it, huh?
Interesting. So they're going to challenge a spot of the ball. I don't foresee the reason for this challenge. I think it was pretty clearly short.
Yeah. Oh, man, if they lose a timeout here, that's going to be tough, too.
Yeah, no kidding. Key moment in this football game because of that challenge. I don't see anything.
No.
I don't see anything there. Okay.
I don't know.
So they overturned it. So DC's not charged the timeout.
No.
But I think it moved them backwards.
It did. You go from, well, it says still 3rd and 1, but I think they just lose yards on the play.
That's I don't know. I don't understand that challenge. But either way, here comes DC. Got to get it 3rd and 1.
They can. Fullback is there.
Yep.
Stellar.
This very well could be. It is Stellar. He's done this before. Might be Brucey's time to shine right here. Nope. Handoff to the running back, and he got it. 1st and 10. Wow. Harrison gave us all a bit of a fright on this Halloween week, and it is 1st and 10.
That almost looked like a fake to the fullback before flipping it to the running back. What a play as they get Say involved in that one.
1st and 10. They've got a couple of shots at the end zone here, but they got to make it quick. Through the middle, that's a 3-yard gain. They'll say 4.
It's the back-to-back run plays just seem to be lacking a sense of urgency with only 7 minutes and 3 scores to try to make up for it.
They're not taking much time in the huddle at the very least, but yeah, they're going to be hurting if they don't get a move on here pretty quick. And it's going to be a run to the outside. How about it? They tried to spin move at the near the first down marker. Kevin Say can't finish it up. 3rd and inches coming up for DC.
Yeah, the defense of LA, that specific instance, was a little too soft, a little too far back to try to recover. And when you pitch towards the side with your 2 tight ends, those guys are going to get downfield quicker and lay those blocks in the safety.
And off again, 1st down and more, down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal for Harrison.
They smell a touchdown here. Give Stellar the ball.
This could be a Stellar run. It could be a Harrison run. They put Say in a good position as well. See where they're going with this.
Ooh, okay.
That is Stellar back there. And it is Kevin Say. Kevin Say. No, it is Sam Harrison. Sorry, that's a touchdown. So they do get on the board with 6:12 to go. DC not done yet. Now they got to get a stop.
Just nice running. You've run it through Stellar almost all night long. So this time, give it to the running back. Stellar suddenly is a blocker. You meet him head on. He's essentially a brick wall of a blocker, and that's just easy running for Harrison.
So Harrison gets the touchdown. That will put Van Cleef on the hook for the extra point. He's got it. And now decision time. I think they definitely kick this deep. They still have all 3 timeouts. They got to get a stop. That's the big thing right here. LA cannot score if DC has a chance to come back in this game.
They've done step 1 of the mission. Cut it to a 2-score lead. Now, they have done this multiple times in the first half, is force a 3-and-out. Force LA to be on the field for only a few moments.
Yep, agreed. The other thought here is if they do give up points, keep it to 3. That keeps it at a 2-possession ball game. So that is not the end of the world. It just means you have to get 2 touchdowns instead of a touchdown and a field goal to tie it. So now is where DC's defense has to stand up and stop Sully Richardson and the LA Lycans, which have had a difficult time doing for the most part in this football game. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Will they throw?
Sully, right side, incomplete. And that is, I think it was Bodette, your intended target there. It's 2nd and 10.
One of the better outcomes here for DC. You know, it stops the clock. LA now 2nd and long here instead of being 2nd and medium or ahead of schedule if they run the ball here. Split back again. Watch out for the fullback dive.
2nd and 10. They could go fullback dive, make 3rd down a little bit easier if they choose to. Nope, Sully will throw. That's caught. 1st down and more. Got it to the 38-yard line. An 18-yard pass for Chris Lee has them 1st and 10.
And I'm oohing and eyeing because that is an, interesting play where most minds or most logic would point to run the ball, burn clock. But how about them putting number 88, Chris Lee, on a slant route and making him open for the catch?
1st and 10. Handoff through the middle and a good-looking run, but it didn't go very far. 2nd and 9, but that continues to chew away clock.
That looked like one of their backups. That was number 24, I believe, and probably a different result if that was either Darius Amigos or Ace Ketchum. Could have gotten maybe a few more yards. They got both of their star backs.
That is a delayed handoff. There's a couple yards there, but not a lot. And that makes 3rd down a little bit easier. Iniguez has it 3rd and 5.
Let's see. They're not yet quite in field goal range. Well, they're not even on the side of DC at this moment. So key 3rd down here for both teams.
Yep. LA wants to get it to chew more clock. DC trying to get off the field. Sully is under center. Looking to throw. Richardson throws left side. It is caught. He found his target inside 3 defenders. It's LZ Pryor, and LA moves the chains.
There must have been some blood sacrifice that has been committed to make that play. You're right. Against 3 defenders, that's he fit a needle into. I don't think that's a saying, fitting a needle into the haystack. He threaded the needle and made a beautiful pass. And of course, LZ Pryor completed the play.
Pryor found the needle in the haystack. If you want to use that analogy still. Left side, that is a near broken tackle, but they run the ball, give it to Iniguez. He gets them 3 yards on the rollover.
It's the value of your superstar running back versus the backup earlier. Darius Iniguez can run over. He'll get tackled after a 1-year gain, but he's going to push his legs and roll over the defender to get 3 instead.
2nd and 7. Time ticking away. 3:55 left. LA's done a real good job of chewing away some clock. Left side. That is a fumble on the corner. DC's got it. Okay, so that is exactly what DC needed, if not 2 minutes earlier. But they did it. And now let's see what they can do with it with 3.5 minutes to go.
All right, now it's DC on the upset hunt. Because for most accounts, you would think 70-7, LA ball, 3 minutes to go. They got this. DC says, no, sir. We're going to say, we got a chance.
Here we go. DC, throw right side, that's caught. First down, they have it at the 46-yard line in LA territory. Synergy, 13 for 16, trying to find something to go with. Over the middle, that's caught.
Wow.
Broken tackle, down the middle, and into the red zone at the 19-yard line. That's Connor Weston with the grab. He's got 100 yards. Here comes DC again. Here we go. Left side. Caught. Touchdown. DC's got a chance. It's Connor Weston again.
Wow. Was that a 10-second drive? What an impressive turn. This started at the 3:43. It's only at less than 30 seconds to get a TD.
Wow. What a moment. 3 plays is really all they needed when they went no huddle. And all of a sudden, DC is now going to be likely within 3 points of tying this football game up. Extra point pending. Van Cleef needs this. Got it. No problem there. Now decision time. Do you onside kick this? Do you kick it deep?
You're going to rely on defense. It's still 3 minutes and 3 timeouts.
Still plenty of time left. DC going to try for the big-time comeback. And wouldn't this be a microcosm of the LA season?
And the DC season, it's been mostly the lay and low to start ball games, and then they'll get you at the very end.
Ball's on the 20. LZ Pryor touched it back, and LA has some clock to burn. A 3-point deficit. They are a 3-point lead they're working with, trying to keep the ball away from the Dragons.
Swollen chat saying, ain't no way.
Under center. Sully. Last thing they want right now is a turnover. Knock on all of the wood. Throw over the middle. It's incomplete. That was dangerous. That looked like OPI, to be honest with you, but no call, no flag.
A very similar throw to earlier where LZ Pryor caught the catch, amongst 3 defenders. This time it doesn't go LA's way. It's 2nd and 10, and that incompletion does nothing for them.
No, it really doesn't. I'm wondering why they're throwing there, and that's going to be a run to the right side. That'll kill some clock. Give them 4 yards, 3rd and 6. That'll make 3rd down a little bit easier. Now it makes sense for them to throw.
Yep. But it was a missed opportunity with the prior pass attempt.
Yep.
They're not going to get here to the 2-minute warning. They have to convert the 3rd down here if they want to keep DC at bay.
And they're 30% on 3rd downs in this football game, 3 for 10. Got to get the 4th one. Dollar look up front for the Dragons, and it's picked off. It's a pass, it's picked off. Back the other way, down to the 10-yard line. That is absolutely devastating for LA. And how about it?
Wow.
It's Nick Fargo. Wow.
The all-star linebacker who has been incredible all night long. We are not calling his name too much, but prior to this interception, right, he has 9 tackles, 1 TFL, and now just 1 pick. He's been all over the place, and look at this. All of these scoring drives have come starting the 9-minute 51 point of the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 1st and goal for DC. Gonna try to take the lead. Last thing they need right now is a turnover. Left side, Kevin Say, broken tackle, gets down to the 3-yard line.
Man, suddenly it's LA who's in a situation where they might end up using those timeouts.
Fourth quarter comeback, and it's been a real one. 3 possessions down, DC at the start of this fourth quarter, and they are knocking on the door of taking the lead.
Yep.
I formation. Chuck Steller stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal.
2-minute warning.
So now, 2-minute warning. That'll be that. 17-14. LA has the lead and the advantage right now, but that is subject to change. This 3rd down, Mark Lopez, is huge. If DC gets, if they get stopped, then they may kick the field goal. We end up tied. But if they get the touchdown here, they take the lead. Synergy throws. It is incomplete. Big defensive stand. Monty Wyatt has put them in a spot where they have to make a decision, and it'll likely be Van Cleef to tie.
He has been the star defender for LA. He has 13 solo tackles. 13 solo tackles. 1 pass deflection, and that was the pass deflection that's now on his stat sheet. Oh my, what a ball game we've had.
Don't forget, Van Cleef has missed one.
Oh, you're right.
Kick is on the way. It is up, and this one's through. He hit the important one. 17-17. We are tied.
All right, settle down, folks. The field goal was good. It wasn't missed. But if that field goal was missed, the story of this ball game, it would be LA trying to return and tie the game with 1:55 to go and 3 timeouts.
Here we go. LA is going to get this football back. LA still has all 3 timeouts. Out to the 20, to the 25. Oh, a huge shoulder charge is going to get him all the way to the 29-yard line. Good looking run back on the return for Bubba Tree. And now LA with the football and some time to burn. 1:50. They can get it into field goal range to give John Smith a chance to win it.
29, so they need maybe 40 or 35 yards to get in field goal range.
I think they need a little bit more than that, 40 or 50, to be honest with you. This will be through the middle. Run play. Interesting decision there. Gets the fullback Dan Curtis involved. 3 yards.
Another one of those plays where it's the fullback sitting as the halfback with the second fullback blocking for Curtis.
Under center, in the eye. So he's got to throw this at some point, you would think. Is that time right now?
Not yet.
Another run, right side, a lot of room. 1st down and more.
Wow.
Gonna get it out to the 43-yard line. That'll work. That's an Iguez. 1st and 10, 1:11 to go.
They might run it one more time, call a timeout, and start passing from that point on.
So he may be a little bit gun shy after throwing that interception earlier. They separate the defensive line, then opens up a hole right in the middle.
They pass.
So he will throw. Blitz coming. Throws over the middle. And it's intercepted! Back the other way! And it's back at the 48-yard line into LA territory. Oh, my goodness.
The most devastating fourth quarter. LA starts the fourth quarter up 17-0. They go punt, fumble, turnover, interception, and interception. And DC is on the way to kick at least try to get to kick the game-winning field goal.
1st and 10 for DC. I formation. 47 ticks to go and all 3 timeouts.
The corners are so soft against the defenders since the zone defense.
It's a zone. We'll see how aggressive they want to be. Synergy throws. That one is caught. And that's going to put him near field goal range at the 30-yard line. 18 yards.
The clutch gene is within Shabazz Synergy. He has thrown 15 of 19 or completed 15 of 19. That is 78%. 12.1 yards per attempt and a touchdown, and he is putting this game on his back.
24 seconds to go, clock ticking away. I formation, they may run this ball a couple times to get it a little bit closer. 15 on the clock. Handoff, right side, nothing doing. Line of scrimmage, they'll say he gained a yard. Timeout taken by DC.
Second and 9. If they get more yards, now it's LA who have to call the timeout. Well, until DC needs to kick the field goal.
Yeah, how long do you think they go here? I mean, they're going to hand it off. I think that's obvious. If they hand this ball off, you got to give the instruction. You listen, you get 5 or 6 yards, you go down.
Yep.
No, they're going to throw. Synergy throws. Oh, it was nearly picked off. Oh, man. With 6 seconds to go. Oh, they almost had it back again. Ryan Yosef is kicking himself right now.
They're going to kick. They have to kick it.
Yeah,
okay.
They have to. This is going to be from the right hash. Van Cleef has missed one from closer earlier on in this football game from 40. 47 yards for the win. It is up, and it is through. He got it. DC, with time left on the clock, but not much, has taken the advantage, 20-17.
Everyone slept on DC all season long. And this game is basically their season encapsulated into a singular game. Everyone voting against DC, saying they're worse than their record. They still put up a 9-3, well, potentially, record for the season.
And that is going to end it right there. Couple of spin moves, and Pryor can't get past the 25-yard line. This game is over. The DC Dragons, who were down 17-0 at the start of the fourth quarter, have come roaring back and flying back into this game to take the win, 20-17. And man, oh man, they don't come much closer than that. DC avoids the upset.
You're going to be heartbroken as LA before the fumble, the drive you fumbled. You were in field goal range, then they fumbled, Chris. That would have been their field goal to put them up 20-7 or 20-14 at the time, I think, or 20-something, 20-10 at the time. Instead, they turned the ball over. DC score 10 straight points, and it's history.
To say that DC has had some struggles the last few games, I think is an understatement. That said, this may be the shot in the arm that they need to be able to vault them to some postseason success for the first time in a while. This was a massive win for them to come back down 17 in the fourth quarter. Their offense wakes up at the opportune time and comes into LA, gets a win. That's a big time win. For Mark Lopez, Ron Haynes, Stephen Hacker, and Cameron Irvine, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from Tinseltown. 2017 DC, your winner on this Saturday night.